What's up? What's up, guys? I want to talk about three games, and one of them's not a conference title game, but I want to talk about three games where you might see an upset. I'm gonna start with one of the bigger games, Florida and Alabama. Now, I've already talked about this in two videos, but I do think Florida is capable of pulling off an upset over the Alabama Crimson Tide for a few reasons. Reasons number one, you got the best offense, in my opinion, the first or second best offense in the SEC. Number two, you got Kyle Pitts. And three, you got the best quarterback in the country, which is Kyle Trask. Okay, I think they can beat Alabama. Let's look back in previous weeks. Ole Miss put up almost 50 points against Alabama. All right, and they have no defense. They almost beat Alabama. Alabama had to score more points to pull away in the end, but Florida beat Ole Miss pretty convincingly. So if Florida plays a complete game, they don't turn the ball over, their offense is clicking like that. I think they can pull this one off. And Florida only needs, in my eyes, Florida only needs a few defensive stops, a few major turnovers to beat Alabama. You know, Alabama's been pretty perfect lately, but they're vulnerable. Like I said, their defense has given up plays to Ole Miss before, and anybody can be beat. So if anybody can pull it off with beating Bama this year, it is the Florida Gators. I do pick Bama to win, but if Florida were to win this game, it would not surprise me at all. So I do think Florida has a good chance to pull it off. Possible upset number two. Speaking of Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Now, I'm not too sold out on Texas A&M. Yes, they've won every game except the Bama game, but their win with LSU didn't convince me very much. Their win with Auburn did not convince me very much. They had to kind of pull away with LSU. If they were that much better, they would have put up a lot more points. And LSU, let's face it, they had a touchdown taken away from them. So it should have been 20-14. And it was in their house at A&M. So I'm not too sold out on them. Now, no, don't get me wrong. Ole Miss is not a great football team. They've got problems. They're 4-4 for a reason. But again, they've had 4 victories, and they could have had 5 easily with Alabama. So I'm picking Ole Miss to win this football game. I actually see an upset happening. I'm not too sold out on Jimbo Fisher, and I'm not too sold out on the A&M offense. Plus, that A&M defense has looked good against other offenses that have had problems, like LSU, like Auburn, like other offenses that aren't that great. So last time they played an explosive offense, they got destroyed. With Alabama, they did play Florida, but let's face it, I think Florida's a better team than Texas A&M. So sometimes teams get lucky. So I got Ole Miss beating Texas A&M. And finally, this game might shock some of you. Oregon is stepping in to replace, I think it was Washington in the Pac-12 championship game against USC. I'm going with Oregon in this football game. Why? They have all the tools. They got a good coach. They got an overall pretty good football team. They got enough to pull it off. Do I think they're a top 10 team right now? No. They don't deserve to be ranked or in the top 10. But again, they've got a lot of weapons on that team remaining from last year. And I'm not too sold out on USC. Yes, USC's 5-0. But USC also had a lot of struggle wins. That's why they're not in the top 10. That's why you got Florida ahead of them. You got Georgia ahead of them. 2 lost teams. You got Oklahoma also ahead of them. They've lost 2 games also. But we'll get into that another time. All right. So I got Oregon winning this football game. I think they're going to expose Clay Helton and USC. Remember, the last time USC faced Oregon was last year, and they went to the Coliseum and beat the tar out of them. So I got Oregon winning. I got A&M getting upset by Ole Miss, and a possible upset with Florida and Alabama. I don't think Bama will get beat. I think they'll survive a scare. But if they lose to Florida, it wouldn't surprise me too much. All right, that's it for my possible upsets this weekend. All right, like, comment, subscribe, enjoy the conference championship games. As you all know, if you got something to say, if there's something I said you don't agree with, put it down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. All right, love you guys.